love this social media world. So shout out to you guys that are on Facebook watching. Make sure you guys share the live on Facebook. So today we're on our last installment for what we call financial freedom. All weekend starting with Friday, we were giving webinars from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today, Monday. So it is Cyber Monday, and when everybody else is out there shopping or spending money, here we are educating our community how to save money. So we are on a massive campaign for financial education. Our company wants to make sure that everybody is financially educated, or at least have this information. So it's ironic that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but yet still a lot of us have money problems. Let's look at the reasons why. There's two types of families. You have family A, which is 95% of us, middle America. And we have a retirement crisis. We don't know the best vehicle to save for retirement, right? And some of us are not even saving enough. Then we have an education crisis. We plan for our kids to go to college, but how much money are we setting aside? Is it enough? Statistics show it is not enough. And because it is not enough, our kids are graduating with huge student loan the size of a mortgage. I see this firsthand every day in the classroom. As some of you may know, I am a university professor. And every semester, I poll my students and I ask them, how much are you paying for college? How much are you going to be paying once you're done? And almost everybody, it's expensive. So if they did not save enough, they're going to take student loan and they're going to graduate with student loan. So we see that there's an education crisis. On top of it, y'all know we like to spend, right? We are spending up the guzoo, right? So this pie chart that you see here, half of it is going to our living expense. A third of it is going in taxes because most of us have a job. And literally we're set up to pay the most taxes being a job. And then a third of it also goes to your debt because we live in a debt society. We get mortgage, we get credit card, we get student loan, a lot of debt. So that's middle America, 95% of us. But then you have family B. Who gets it? I always wanted to know, what do the rich know? Now I do. This financial campaign teaches people how the wealthy are getting wealthy and staying wealthy. 5%, they understand how money works. They know how to pay themselves first. They know where to save for their retirement. And they're saving from birth for their kids. So their kids are not graduating with student loan or as much as the 95%. But more importantly, they know how to leverage protection. They understand protection is one of the pillars of building wealth. Most people don't plan to fail. We fail to plan. So you see, family A, family B, even though they have the same pie chart, look how their pie chart is different. Half of it, of course, goes to living expense. And then the other half of the pie is divided up into three ways. They pay less tax. Why? They're entrepreneurs. They're business owners. So they're set up to pay less tax. They know where to save. And they minimize their debt. And if they're going to incur any debt, it's a debt that's going to bring more money, right? Different concept. So let's talk about 3 rules of money. The first rule, known as compound interest. This was created by Albert Einstein. A lot of us probably heard about Albert Einstein, right? but we don't really understand this rule. Well, if you understand this rule, you're gonna make money. If you don't understand it, you're gonna pay and lose money. And it's a simple rule. You take the number 72 and you're gonna divide that by the rate of return, which is your interest. Guys, most people have never even heard of this concept. They don't even know how much it takes or what it takes to double their money in this lifetime. That was me many, many years ago when I was in corporate America. Saved a lot of money, but don't ask me how it doubled. Don't ask me how it grew, but I'm saving, right? But now, let's dissect the rule of 72. It says, you take the number 72 and you divide it by the interest. So if your money is earning 4%, 72 divided by 4% is 18 years. You got 10,000 today. 18 years from now, it doubles to 20. Another 18 years, it doubles to 40. Not bad. But how many people are getting 4%? What if you were getting 12%? 72 divided by 12 is now 6 years. Same 10,000. Now it's going to take only 6 years to double. 20,000. Another 6 years, 40. So here we have two individuals. Let's say they're from Guyana, my country. They both come to America. They both got 10,000. One of them is saying, Odetta, I'm good. I don't need to talk to you. I'm getting a whopping 4%. And my money's going to grow. I'm doing good. Okay, I'll see you in 36 years. 36 years from now, one person has 40,000 for their retirement. The other person who took my advice and got a 12% interest, their money grew to 640,000. So, who won? Let that sink in, guys. There's good, but there's better. So when clients tell me, Odetta, I'm good, that's good. But what if I show you better? 4% is good, but 12% is better, right? Second rule, taxes. Boy, this is where they really got us good, because they don't teach you this in school. My other favorite uncle, Benjamin Franklin, said it best. Two things in life are certain. We're gonna pay tax and we're gonna die. So what do we do with this information? If we're gonna pay tax and we're gonna die, how does that help us? Well, let's look at it. If we're gonna die, it is what it is. If we're gonna pay tax, let's try to minimize not paying too much or extra. So, every one of us on this Zoom, you have a checking account, you have a savings account. If you have a CD, you have stocks, right? Because you're investing. You have mutual fund, right? Because you invest in. Guess what? Your money in this bucket, tax now, you're legally going to be paying the most taxes. In fact, your money is going to get taxed 3 times. Your money is going to get taxed when you earn it. Your money is going to get taxed when you put it in here and it grows, capital gain. And your money is also going to get taxed when you're ready to take it out. So let's say the stock market does well, which it's not, but let's say the stock market was doing well and your stocks rose and you made more money. That's good, right? We love it. But now let's talk about the distribution phase. Now that we want to touch this money, now that we want to take out this money, that's the third way your money gets taxed. So there's nothing wrong. But again, there's good and there's better. Let's talk about tax later. Everybody that has a job, they're giving us either a 401k, 403b, 457, IRA, any one of those. They all fall in the same tax later bucket. What does that mean, Odetta? You don't pay tax in the beginning. But best believe Uncle Sam is coming to you later. So let me ask a question and type it in the chat. Do you guys think taxes will increase in the future or will it decrease in the future? Put it in the chat. And I'm going to go to the chat and let us see. Will taxes go up or will taxes come down? Up or down? Up or down? Increase or decrease? Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Taxes have to go up. There's no way tax is going to go down. 100% is going to go up. So I'm going to bring you back to this diagram. Let's go here. Do you want to pay tax today on your money when it's only $10,000? It's little. Or do you want to pay tax later, 36 years later, when your money grows to $640,000? Do you want to pay tax on $640,000 or you want to pay tax on $10,000? Now, even if tax remains the same, which it will never happen, but let's just say, even if it were to remain the same, 40%, for example, 40% on $10,000 versus 40% on $640,000, who's keeping more money? Who's getting more of your money? Who's getting more of your money? So you don't want to pay tax later. Later is greater. But they don't teach us this. They tell us sign up for a 401k, sign up for a 403b, sign up for whatever. And I was one of those employees. I signed up for everything because I love saving money. But guess what? We don't know 20, 30 years from now when we're ready to retire. We don't know how much we get to keep. How much do you get to keep is the bigger question. Because if you don't know how much Uncle Sam is going to charge you in taxes, how much do you going to get to keep? Why are we putting our hard-earned money in accounts that we have no control how much we get to keep? Guys, ask yourself this question. Would you ever borrow money from somebody that don't tell you how much interest you're going to pay on that money? This is what these accounts are. We do not know how much we get to keep. We're growing it, and that's great. So guess what? You could make a lot of money, but if you don't understand the tax game, Uncle Sam will love you because he's going to tax the hell out of it. Third bucket is called tax advantage. And just the word advantage alone tells you that's a good thing. Here, these accounts, a Roth, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Roth, right? 529 college saving, executive bonus, long-term care, cash value life insurance. They're all positioned to legally pay the least amount of tax. Because you see, you're going to pay tax in the beginning. So later, more money for you. And that's tax advantage. So now that you know what you know, you tell me where you have your money and where you think your money should be. Put it in the chat. Where do you think your money should be? Now that you know better, where do you think your money should be? Do you want to pay a lot of tax? Or do you want to pay a little tax? Legally. Right? Legally. We're not doing anything illegal here. Once you learn this information, you play the game. Legally. Legally. That's all. So, that's taxes. I'm going to open it up and I want you guys to put in the chat. Who just learned something new? If you learned something new when it comes to the tax, put it in the chat. And while you're doing that, I'm going to continue. Investment options. Everybody wants to invest. Everybody wants to invest, but they have no idea how investment works. They never studied investment. They didn't take a course in investment. On top of it, there's so many different types of investment. So we're going to simplify it for you guys. There's 3 types. You put your money in the bank, you're going to get fixed interest. Your money is safe, but it's not going to grow a lot. So again, are we really building wealth? Now that you know the rule of 72, you could have $1 million in the bank. It will never double in your lifetime. Never. It's safe, but it's not growing. That's like putting money in the backyard. Some of us, we're going to gamble. Here, you're putting your money in the market. You're gambling. That's like going to Atlantic City or Vegas or Bitcoin. You're gambling. You could grow. Oh, hell yeah. You can make a lot of money. But guess what? Is it safe? Is that money safe? I don't know about you, but I want to be rich forever. Not rich today and broke tomorrow. So with variable, you're going to go up and down with the market. The market go up, great, we love it. What happens when the market come down? Nobody's talking. We're hiding. We don't even want to look at our statements. But then there's a bucket called index. Because you see, life insurance companies saw the loophole. Life insurance company saw the opportunity. And they created a product that's a hybrid between safety and growth. Before, people, they know they could have a product with safety and growth. So prior to me coming on board, I was in the safety bucket. I don't want to lose. I was in the safety bucket. And then there's some people that they're going to be in the growth bucket. They're okay with losing. They're okay with taking chances. They're okay with gambling. But now you get the best of both worlds. You don't have to choose. You don't have to compromise. You could have safety and you could have growth. You tell me, do you want a fixed interest? Do you want to gamble? Or do you want to have both? Crazy, right? So, here at WFG, the first thing we do with families is education. Because when you know this information, you're going to know what to do with your money. If your money right now, wherever it is sitting, does not give you these 4 cornerstones, you're not winning the money game. If your money right now, wherever it is sitting, you don't have these 4 cornerstones, you're not winning the money game. Because if you grow your money and it's not safe, you still could be broke because you're going to lose it all or you're going to lose some of it. If you grow it and it's safe, but then Uncle Sam is going to sweep it up in taxes, he got you. Uncle Sam got you. You can't control how much he's going to take. He could take 50%, 60%, 40%. And what about protection? Is your money protected? Is your life protected? Is your health protected? Because you see, we live in America. Who can tell me what is the number one reason people go bankrupt in America? Type it in the chat. Who knows what is the number one reason people go bankrupt in America? This is where the protection comes in. Because you could have a lot of money, it's growing, it's safe. Uncle Sam is going to get you here with the taxes. And then life is going to happen. Because we're a human being. Life is going to happen. Life is going to sweep us up. Life is going to knock us down. Life is going to happen. So the protection is what's going to help you. with your life, your health, and your money. So again, if you don't have these 4 cornerstones, as I like to say, you're dropping your coins, right? So let me show you what an index strategy that gives you all 4 of these cornerstones look like. What would something like that look like? We talk about index strategy that is only offered by life insurance company, and not every life insurance company also provides this. So here we have a Transamerica policy. It is an IUL. IUL stands for Index Universal Life. This is a long-term strategy approach. We have a newborn, 0. Newborn. We're going to save for his entire life. We're going to map out his entire life, not just college. So right there, think about it, guys. Most of us, all we plan for is college, and then we say, you know what, you on your own, go figure it out, go get a job, I'm done my part. The wealthy people don't think like that. When I get my kids, I'm not going to just save for college and tell them go on your own. Different mindset. I'm mapping out their entire life. And because I do that to them, they're going to do it to their kids, and their kids are going to do it to their kids, and it's legacy. Different mindset. So now we're saving for a newborn. We're going to insure that child life for $100,000. And we're going to save per year $3,069. Somebody do the math. What is $3,069? Guys, we're spending that. We're spending that. This is an account averaging 7%. It could be higher, but we're showing you conservative numbers, 7%. So this is the age. This is how many years we have the account. This is how much we sub per annual. This is the total cumulative column, the policy value, the cash value. Your 2 favorite columns you want to look at. In fact, the favorite column everybody should be focusing on right now is the cash surrender value account. Because this is the money you spend on yourself. So when people hear life insurance, the first thing they think of is debt. That's because they do not know what they do not know. They do not know what they do not know. Life insurance has nothing to do, especially this type, nothing to do with debt, and everything to do with massive wealth, tax-free wealth. So we're going to save $3,070 per year. Let's go to college, age 22. How much have we contributed? $67,530. First thing, college. Because you're saving this money in an IUL, it is not seen, it is not disclosed on your financial aid FAFSA. You show them you got money, they're going to make you pay. You show them you don't have money, you don't pay. You show them you have money, you will pay. You show them you don't have money, they pay. We have the money, but we're going to hide the money in an IUL. So now at 22, your child has access to $127,000. If he incurs any student loan, he could take some of this money, pay off for school. We're going to continue saving, and we stop at age 25. No more money goes into this account. From age 26, we stop funding the account. All 0, 0, 0, 0. No more money. So in all, we would have funded this account with $74,000 over a 25-year period. This is how you set your kids up to be wealthy. Because you see, there's money here for college. There's money here for a wedding. There's money here to buy a house. There's money here to start a business. My kids are not going to come to me. They could fund this once they get a job, and this is just going to keep growing. But even if they stop funding, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to save until age 25 and then I'm going to stop. You're going to get a job and you're going to continue. But let's say we stop. Even without not putting a penny more, what's the account value? It's still growing. 160, 170, 180, 191, 203, and it continues. Set your kids up for life. Set your kids up for life, people. Set your kids up for life. And guess what? If they're successful and they don't need this money, guess whose money it is? Mama Odetta. If your kids are successful and they don't need this money, guess whose money it is? It is you, Dick. It is you, Sharisa. It is you, Floyd, Herla, Joy, Ken, Maria, Mary, Nicola, Odetta. If your kids turn out to be successful and they don't need this money, and I'm speaking from experience, if my parents had done this for me, I don't need this money. Mom, take that money for you and dad. Take that money for you and dad. I'm good. I don't need it. That's the power. You're saving for your kids, but because you are the owner of the account, if your kids don't need all of it or some of it because they're successful in their career, it's your money. It's your money. Or maybe they're not successful. They don't want to listen to you. They want to smoke pot. They want to hang out. It's your money, Mom. It's your money, Dad. This is your money. So, the millionaire mark is what I like to look at. At age 56. Again, how much did we put in? Only $74,000, and it grows to $1 million. By the way, did I tell you this $1 million is tax-free? This $1 million is tax-free. So you could do a couple of things. You could have real estate. You could have it mutual investment. You could have variable investment. You could do Bitcoins. You could do a whole bunch of stuff. But this one is tax-free, right? You could grow a lot of money, but if Uncle Sam is going to take some of it in tax, what you got? What you got? Over here, Uncle Sam can talk to my kids, right? This is $1 million tax-free. And again, how much did we put in? $74,000. $74,000. So I'm in the office here with Ken, and one of his friends just came to visit us. Retired, very well-to-do, successful, everything is good. I showed him this for his grandkids. He had nothing to say. Nothing to say. You know what? He's going to talk to his daughters. Nothing to say. I said, I just want your opinion. Let me show you some things that you could do for your grandkids. Nothing to say. Except for, I'm going to talk to my daughters. Case closed, right? How can you argue with something like this? So let's talk about the generational wealth part now. So you see, all of this money, this million, this is retirement income. So let's say fast forward now, you could take out, let's say you start taking income at age 71. You can take it anytime, but we're just showing it at age 71. There's a reason why, right? But we're not going to go into the reason why we're showing it at age 71. But when you know what we know, this is the last place you want to start taking money from. That's a whole nother webinar. So we start taking out $127,000 per year for retirement. We got over 2 million. This is still going. So not only your retirement is set, but now let's talk about the end of life. Some of us may need to go in a home health aid if we want to have an home health aid come to our home. Some of us may want to be in a nursing home if our kids don't live in the same state and they want to, you know, they got their own lives. Who's paying for those things? I'd rather have it and not need it. I'd rather have it than not need it. So one of my condos that I bought, I had a swimming pool and I didn't even know how to swim. I'd rather have it and not need it. I'd rather have long-term care just in case if my health fails. I'd rather have it than not need it. Because if you need it and you don't have it, you've fallen into the trap now. You've fallen into statistics. You don't want to be a statistic. Because what's the number one reason people go bankrupt? Let me look in the chat and see if anybody put it. Nobody put it? What's the number one reason people go bankrupt in America? Nobody put the answer. Okay, guys, you don't know? What's the number one reason people go bankrupt? Medical bills. Medical bills. Cancer will wipe it out in 2 years. Heart attack will wipe it out in 3 years. Stroke would wipe it out. So if you got 100,000 in your 401k, any one of those illnesses will wipe it out. Guess what? I'd rather have long-term care. I'd rather have living benefit, because just in case, if something happened 40, 50, 60, 70 years down the road, I got this. Let this pay for it. Right? Let this death benefit pays for it. Now, if nothing don't happen and you just wake up an old age and then you die, we're leaving millions behind. 2 million. 1 million. Guys, even leaving $10,000 to your heirs is a big deal. Because most of us are not programmed to even think that way, to leave anything. So even leaving $1 million of anything is a big deal to your heirs. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. And you're still taking distribution all the way to 101 if you live that long. It's crazy. So, again, if you don't have these 4 cornerstones, if your money is not growing, but also safe, tax-free, and protected, you're dropping your coins. So, we provide workshop. We have our own proprietary book called Saving Your Future. And these are some of the workshop's topics that we teach. We're going to drop a link later on, because all the month of December, we're going to be having every week financial workshop on one of these topics. It is free to the public. It is free to our guests. It is free to clients, because we want to make sure that people understand how money works, how to build your cash flow, how to manage your debt, how to have a proper financial foundation, how to put these things in place. So, who are we? Aegon is our parent company. Super, super, super love bragging about them. One of 9 companies listed too big to fail, not by New York or US, but according to the global financial system. Big deal. And like every major company, they wanted to have a presence in the US. Why not? So they created Transamerica, the iconic Transamerica building in San Francisco. And WFG is the distribution platform based in Duluth, Georgia. Let's brag. We have almost 50,000, and we need to update this slide. It's more than 46. More than 50,000 licensed agents across US, Canada, and Puerto Rico. We only work with the best A-rated companies. If you're not A-rated company, you cannot get on the WFG platform. Year to date, we've helped 4.6 families, millions, which is still nothing, given New York alone has 9 million. And we have 77 product providers. So we're like the Orbits. We're like Amazon. We're like Travelocity. We're like Expedia from the financial world, right? And these are just some of the companies that are on our platform. Franklin Templeton, love them. Investment. Transamerica, of course, our amazing parent company. Everest, the #1 funeral concierge in the world that provides a death benefit and pays out in 48 hours. Nobody else does that. Nobody else does that. All the commercial you see on TV, nobody else is paying out a death claim in 48 hours. You can take that to the bank, right? Nationwide, you already know the jingle. They're on our side. AMS Financial Solution, Prudential, Pacific Life, Crump, Jackson, Allianz, Vanguard, and too many to mention on this one slide. So now let's get into the business opportunity. There's several ways you can earn income here. You can earn income with your personal pen. You sit with a family. You open accounts after educating them. You make income. The second way you can make income, as you grow, you probably want to grow your agency. You don't have to, but that's an option. Now you have agency income. Then you may want to expand. I have license in 50 states. I live in New York, but I have 50 licenses in other states because I'm expanding different parts of North America. That's expansion income. Then you have bonus. For you to get bonus, you have to be SMD and above, which you'll see what SMD is. And then you have recurring income. Everybody's going to get recurring income. You open a policy one time. You open an account one time. And as long as that person keeps that account and they keep saving, you do your annual review, your annual check-in. They got a baby. We get the baby a policy. They start making more money. They increase their contribution or they get a different product. Every year on that anniversary, you're going to make recurring income. So if you open an account November 28th, 2022, and that person keep their account November 28th, 2023, you got money coming to you. And you don't even know where it's coming from. Yes, you do, because you can log into your back office and you'll see exactly who you got paid for, right? Who you got paid for. You'll see that. So here's our compensation. Everybody starts at the bottom. When I first started, I didn't think I was going to do this business. I came on first as a client, and that's the best way to come in. You come in as a client, you learn, you get a product, you start saving. Then you realize from attending those workshops, oh my God, there's so much I did not know. And everybody around me also don't know this information. So why don't I just go get my license? Why don't you just go get your license? You know it's good for you. If it's good for you, good for the goose, good for the gang, right? So you get your license, and now you can start sitting with clients and helping them with the products. So when you start with us, you're a trainee associate. Everybody starts at the bottom. You want to move your way up? Great. You don't want to move your way up? It's also great, right? But how do you move up? From a trainee associate to get to an associate, you want to help 3 families. 3 families open accounts. 3 families open account. And then you also want to give 3 people the opportunity to either come and learn or to become a business partner. They could come and learn or they can become a business partner. Because we're looking for the right people, not everybody. If you want to come and learn, that's fine. You pay the $125, you come, you learn, you get a product, and you have access to our platform. That's it. How do you move to training to associate? 3 accounts, 3 business partner. 3 accounts, 3 business partner. Now you just promoted yourself to 45%. You just give yourself a raise. You didn't have to ask nobody. You didn't have to ask your boss. You didn't have to prepare a report showing all the great things you did. In less than 30 days, you just give yourself a 15% raise. Now you're at 45%. What does that mean, Odetta? Well, if you help someone save $3,000 a year, which is $250 per month, as a trainee, you make $900, one account. But now that you're a 45% associate, that same person that was saving $250 a month, now you're making $1,350 a month. $1,350 per account. So you see, you don't want to stay as a trainee. You do not want to stay as a trainee. You're actually leaving money on the table. Because it takes the same amount of time helping one family open an account, whether you're a trainee or an associate. So the goal is to really quick hit your associate promotion. So now you just give yourself 15% increase. Guys, no job right now is giving 15% increase. You're lucky if you even get a pay increase. Here in less than 30 days, you give yourself a 15% increase. You're 45%, you're in position to make over $1,000. Your first month, you make over $1,000 on one account. Which job is going to pay you $1,000 for 2 hours on a Zoom from the comfort of your home? So, not bad. You could stay here, or if you want to keep moving up, let's go. Now, the next rank up is marketing director. How do you get to marketing director? This is where now you're building a team. You're finding like-minded individuals who also want to get licensed and make money helping families. Now you're marketing director. You want to keep going? Let's go. Senior marketing director. This, you're building a bigger team, 10 license. So on average, senior marketing director makes anywhere between $82,000 to $1 million. Guys, some of us will work a job till we die and we'll never ever make $1 million. I was a corporate director of sales overseeing 5 hotels. I saw millions for my hotel owners. Not once they ever said, you know what, Odetta, let's show you how to make $1 million for yourself. Not once. Every year, my budget, this hotel, I got to make $2 million. This hotel, I got to show them $3 million. This hotel, I got to do 5. Like every year, my budget for those 5 hotels were in the millions. Not once they said to me, Odetta, let me show you how to make $1 million for yourself. You will never make $1 million at a job. You will never make $1 million at a job. And guess what? Even if you do, it's a job. So you're going to pay a whole lot of tax. Senior marketing director here makes on average $82,000 to $1 million. Even if it takes you 10 years to make $1 million here, at least you make it. You wouldn't make it at your job. And there's a lot of people making multiple millions in WFG. You wouldn't be free until you're financially free, right? Oops, and where did I go? So let's talk about some of the people. Meet our leadership team. Jonathan Marion, our team leader, started when he was just 18 years old. His dad told him, go get a real job. You wasting your time. You embarrassing the family, yada, yada, yada. He went crying to his mom, and you know how moms are great. They're like, don't worry, just keep doing it. You know, his first year in business was horrible. He didn't make any money because he's 18 years old. He doesn't know better. But guess what? He never quit. All the objections he faced, he never quit. 34 years old today, making 1.5. He never quit. 18 years old. Today, when you go to California, and if you ever get to meet his dad will tell you, I am so glad my son never listened to me. Because I told him every day, you wasting your time. Go get a real job. You're embarrassing the family. What is this financial crap you doing selling insurance? If you get a chance to ever meet his dad, he says it all the time. Thank you, Jonathan, for not listening to me. Today, he retired his mom and his dad. They're set. 34 years old, 1.5. How many 34-year-old you and I know that are making 1.5? Helping families, teaching people about money, showing people how to save and protect their money, right? And then you have here Mama Sarah, who is a corporate exec for Chick-fil-A. She's been doing this for what 10 years now, or over 10 years? I'm not even sure, right? Then you have my fellow professor, Dr. Danielle Butts, and her husband, right? Guess what? They don't teach this at the university. So once she started learning this stuff, now WFG is her full-time job and teaching is her part-time job, exactly like me. Then you have George and Susie. They were Spanish news anchor. A lot of you know Telemundo. Telemundo is a famous Spanish TV network. She was an anchor there. She was on TV. She was reporting the news. Made a lot of money, but with no proper financial education, also lost a lot of money. And let's talk about the millions. My Black power couple, Andre and Rory, worked in the multi-millionaire entertainment field. A lot of rappers, a lot of hip hop, a lot of money. They were rolling in the dough. That's a fast lifestyle. You're making a lot of money, but guess what? Where's the money now? Where's the money now? All right. And then Monica and Rick Roman, mortgage bank brokers, put a lot of people in homes. And they'll tell you, if you ever get a chance to meet them, they'll tell you the information that they know today. When they were in the mortgage banking industry, if they could have passed on that extra knowledge to these people that they approved mortgages for, a lot of them would have kept their homes. Because they were just approving people to approve them because they got numbers to hit. But now when you approve them for the mortgage and you could give them that extra education, what to do, how to keep it, how to pay your mortgage, understanding compound interest, understanding why you should do, like, if they could go back in time, they would have helped a lot more people keep their homes, right? And of course, your girl Ludetta King is here, right? Who studied business at NYU, graduated, top honors. Nobody never taught me, not even one personal finance class. How do you graduate from NYU and never even, you study business and they don't teach you personal finance? These schools are not teaching us personal finance. It's not even mandated. Even the folks that are studying finance, they still don't know how to manage their own personal finance. So they're being taught how to go work for a bank or go work for a financial institution to make money for the companies. But then what about making money for yourself? How do you understand what's going on with your own personal finance? They don't teach us that, right? So let's talk about some more world-class recognition. For all the doubters, for all the people who might say, well, is this a scam? I don't know. First of all, you need a license. If you don't have a license, you cannot do this. Before you even get your license, there's a slew of background checks. Once you get your license, all these companies has to vet you. You got to go through an FBI background check. You got to do fingerprints. So let's just stop it right there. If you were even wondering, is this a scam? If you were even wondering, because with E.T., the #1 motivational speaker in the world, ever associate himself with a scamming business? With founder of leadership, John Maxwell, ever associate himself with a scamming business? How about Magic Johnson? How about Damon John from Shark Tank? Yes. When you become part of this business and you come to our national convention, which we have twice per year, these are the people that are associated with our business. These are the people that are coming to speak to us, pour into us, thanking us for the work that we do, and also on the wagon of financial education, because all of them made money, and they'll happily agree that if they knew what we know, they did good, but they could have done better. They did good, but they could have done better. And because now they have access to our amazing organization, they know what to do with the money. Jeff Bezos' wife, well, ex-wife, right, who recently got divorced, her and so many other celebrities, high-profile people, are clients of WFG. Are clients of WFG. And they're not putting $2, $3, $4, $5, $1,000. No. They're dropping millions in these products. Why? Because rich people, wealthy people understand taxes. They understand building wealth. They understand passing down a legacy. And because they have a lot of money, they want to keep it. So they're not dropping $1,000 or $200 and $500. When we show them our products, they know it's guaranteed. They know it's safe. They know they can never lose. But the most important thing that sells them 100% of the time is the tax benefit, because they have a lot of money and they do not want to pay a penny more in taxes. Not a penny more. Life is all about choices. What would your future look like 5 to 10 years from now? Well, at the end of the day, you can save your future. Learn how money works. Get a complimentary financial needs analysis. Make extra money on a referral basis. Or you want to build your future. Get licensed in one of the highest paid millionaire industry, financial services. Create your own schedule. Become your own boss. Design the life you want. If you want to wake up at 10 a.m. and start working, or 1 p.m. and start working, it's your prerogative, right? Become part of something big, and let's go out and help change the world. And as much as I don't like Bill Gates, he's right. If you're born poor, it's your mistake. If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But now that every one of you on this call know better, let's do better. Because if you die poor, it's your mistake. Nobody should be dying poor. And worse yet, passing the buck to your kids' kids. Nobody should be dying poor and passing the buck to your kids' kids when we know this information. If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, especially in the times that we're living, 2022, we're about to go into 2023, where technology is at your fingerprint, information is at your fingertip. Nobody should be dying poor when there's opportunities all around us. And we've just presented you with one. We have just presented you with one. So, can somebody drop, actually, you know what? I'm going to type it in the chat. We have health and wealth. Starting next week, every Thursday, we're going to be having free financial workshop. Every Thursday, 9 p.m. In the month of December, if you are a homeowner, on December 7th, you will be able to register and attend a webinar. We're going to show you how to protect your house. December 7th. If you have a house or you don't have a house, but maybe you want to get a house in the future, December 7th. Also, December 14th. If you're retired already, this is for you. If you're not retired, this is also for you. Because we're going to go over all the different types of retirement accounts. Your 401k, your 403b, your IRA, your annuity, your pension, all the forms of retirement income. Pros and cons. So when we show you the information, you make your pick. There's good, but there's better. There's good, but there's better. And with that being said, the link is posted in the Zoom chat. All those webinars that I just mentioned to you, every Thursday financial workshop, the home ownership program where we're going to teach you how to protect your mortgage, how to protect your home, as well as the retirement workshop. You can register on the link odettaking.com/health and wealth. And I'm going to encourage all of you, when we end this call, get in touch with a person who invited you. Those of you that have guests on, please go through the participant chat and look for your guests and call them. Let's set up. Let's answer your questions. I'm sure you have questions. Call us. Let's have a dialogue. Let's answer your questions and your concern and get you protected with those 4 cornerstones. Your money is growing. Your money is safe. Your money is tax-free. And it's protected. If your money right now does not have those 4 things, I don't know. I'll see you in 30 years. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you get in touch with the person who invited you. Those of you that have guests on, make sure you call your guests. And we will see you on Thursday for our first installment of Financial Workshop. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook. Get in touch with us. Call me. Thanks. Bye.